Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to welcome you if you're watching this live. I want to welcome you if you're watching the recorded version. But the bottom line is you are here and you're not here by accident. You are here because this message was literally put together, cultivated, and delivered to you for a specific reason. It's not an accident. I don't believe that it's an accident. I believe you're supposed to hear this message and get this message on this beautiful Friday, on this beautiful Mother's Day weekend. So it is so awesome. This is really a good message. So thank you for choosing it, because you guys chose this topic for me. So thank you. And if you're new and you don't know what the topic is, it is called, who knows what it's called? It is called, anybody? It is called, I always like this to be interactive, guys, so you can join in. You can, I'd like to thank you in advance for the hearts, the stars. Actually, there are no stars. There's hearts, there's thumbs, and there's shares. So thank you. There you go. I see those hearts and thumbs. Thank you in advance for all of those. But today's topic, guys, hello, everyone. Hey, Kyle. Today's topic is poor receivers do not get successful. Let me say that again. Poor receivers do not get successful. And that's just the way it is. So you have to learn how to be a good receiver. But first, let me explain exactly what I mean by poor receiver. Many people are really good givers. Many people are really good givers. They're good at giving compliments. They're good at giving money. They're good at giving their time. They're good at getting on social media and giving things. They're good at giving so many things, whether they're physical things, whether they're giving emotionally. They're so good at giving. And they put so much value on giving, but they are not good receivers. So I want to just share with you what it means to be a good receiver. And first, let me explain something that you may not have ever heard before in your entire life. Do you look at giving as addition and receiving as subtraction? How do you look at giving and receiving? What does giving and receiving mean to you? I want to let you know right now that giving and receiving are equal. Let me say that again. Giving and receiving are actually equal. There's no difference. They're absolutely the exact same thing. So if you, from this point on, I want you to realize that when you're giving, you are receiving. When you're receiving, you are giving. So I think that when you look at it that way, you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to be worthy to receive. Because that's one of the reasons you'll never ever get completely successful. You'll never ever reach your full potential if you do not learn how to be a good receiver, guys. So I don't even want to go further without you like understanding how serious it is. If you never realize and understand the significance of being a good receiver, you'll never reach your full potential. It requires you to be a good receiver in order for you to reach your full potential. It's a requirement. It's a requirement. Have you ever gone to a job and they said it's a requirement that you dress a certain way in order to get that job? Well, it's a requirement for you to be a good receiver if you want to be successful, if you want to reach your true heights. You have a potential in you. You have potential. I call it potentiality. There's a potential that you can reach. And it's, in most cases, it's higher than anything you've ever dreamt of. But you will not reach your full potential if you do not know how to be a good receiver. So let me tell you why in most cases you're a bad receiver. The first reason is, in case you're new to my live stream, let me just explain who I am. So you're like, who is she? First of all, my name is Joy. I'm a synergistic kinesiologist, which means I help people with emotional fitness. I'm also a certified personal trainer, which means I help people with physical fitness. And I'm a sports nutrition coach, in addition to a speaker and an author of a book called R3 Diet. Here's my book right here, R3 Diet, which stands for Reverse retrain, rebuild your body and mind. Reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. That's what I help people to do. I help people to reverse, retrain, rebuild the body and mind. And it's so powerful when you get to a position where, number one, you want to reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. And number two, you actually do it. Okay, so I help people to do that so that they can see a significant transformation in their body and mind in a relatively short amount of time. Because I like for people to experience results quickly, not over years, not over months, but I like to see people experience results over days and weeks. That's what I'm known for with my clients, my local clients and my clients all around the world. So the number one reason why you are a bad receiver is because you feel like you have to be worthy of receiving. And I do a lot of kinesiology with muscle testing, and 90% of the people, not just who I've personally tested, but even in my research, 90% of people do not feel they are worthy. Let me say that again, because that's a big number. 90% of people do not feel that they are worthy. And there's a lot of reasons why people feel they're not worthy. I can't go over each and every reason right now. I talk about it in my book, in the mindset portion of it. But the bottom line is you have to know that you are worthy. If you feel like you're not worthy, a few reasons why could be when you made a mistake when you were young. You were told that was bad. So now as an adult, you're scared to jump out there and live life and take chances and take risks because you feel like if you make a mistake, then you'll be punished. You'll be penalized. You're bad if you make a mistake. But I'm here to tell you that in order for you to reach full success, your full potential, you have to make mistakes. You have to fail your way forward. So you have to get out of your mind that mistakes are bad, and you have to realize that mistakes just mean you made an attempt. Was the light bulb invented on the first try? But guess what he said? He said that every try that was a failure to other people just let him know that that was the way not to do it. So it helped him get closer to the way to do it. And that's the same with you. You have to get to the point where you realize that you are worthy just the way you are, mistakes and all. You are worthy right now. You are worthy. Nobody has to validate that. You are worthy. So that's the first reason people do not feel worthy. And so that's why they're poor receivers. And so you have to practice receiving. Another reason why people don't receive is they feel like they have to earn it or deserve it. If I give you a compliment, you don't have to deserve it. If I give you a gift, you don't have to deserve it. You can just accept it. How about that? Some people are not successful because they feel like they have to work hard for it. And they feel like if they don't work hard for it, they shouldn't receive anything. That it has to be hard, grinding, hard work, lots of hours. That is not true. As a matter of fact, some of the most successful people in the world work less than you. Let me say that again because you didn't get that. It went right over your head. Let me say that again. Some of the most successful people in the world work less hours than you. So that is a myth that says you have to work hard. That is a myth that says you have to work hard in order to be worthy to receive. No, you don't. No, you don't. So the first thing, I'm going to give you guys a little assignment to do to practice receiving, because it does take practice. But once you start practicing it, you'll see for yourself that you are worthy to start receiving right now. And it starts with receiving with an open heart and giving with an open heart. You have to give and receive with an open heart. So here's a little practice challenge that I'll give you guys. And this will speak volumes. This will tell you a lot about your mindset as it relates to giving and receiving. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the shares. This is a test. I want you to go on a retail parking lot or something where it's really busy, a lot of foot traffic, and take a $5 bill or a $10 bill, it doesn't matter, $5 bill or a $10 bill, and set it somewhere where somebody will see it and pick it up. Whether it's on the ground, whether it's on a door, walking into a store, it doesn't matter, but take a $5 or a $10 bill and put it somewhere where someone will see it and pick it up, and then you park your car and you observe the person that grabs the $5 or $10. And when you observe the person who grabs the money, pay attention to what you're thinking about. Are you thinking about, oh man, I was hoping somebody who had like raggedy, torn clothes would get it, like somebody who seemed like they really needed it? Are you upset if it seemed like somebody that just got out of a Bentley and they grabbed it? Did that make you mad? Did that make you sad? Did that make you angry? Pay attention to how you felt on who got the money, because what you were doing is you were judging. You were judging. Muhammad says, my sweetest movie has sold you money. My sweetest movie. I don't know what that means, so you'll have to explain that to me. But pay attention to your emotions and your mindset around who got the money. You were silently judging who received the money and who deserved it and who didn't deserve it. So you cannot reach your full potentiality and success if you're judging who receives money or not, because that means you feel you should be judged on your deservingness of money, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You deserve it now. You deserve your best now. So if you're judging others, then that means that you have to let that go. You have to let that mindset go. And then the same thing when it comes to receiving money. When it comes to receiving money, do you feel like, if somebody gives you a compliment, do you automatically say, oh, this old outfit, I've had this for 20 years? Or do you just say, thank you, I accept it? That's what you have to practice saying. Thank you, I accept it. I accept the compliment. Or if they compliment you, do you start to wonder if they were sincere or not? Like, I wonder if they were just saying that because they want something from me. Or I wonder if they were just saying that because, they were just trying to make me feel better because they felt bad for me. Or do you just say, thank you, I accept that? That's what you have to say when you receive something, receive a compliment. When somebody gives you a gift or gives you money, do you say, oh no, you don't have to do that? That means you're a poor receiver. I'm glad you get it now, Gladys. I'm glad. And that's why I said you have to come to the live stream, because on the live stream, you'll get it. It'll start to make sense. You'll be like, man, am I being a poor receiver or am I a really good receiver? And it is like a muscle. When you work out the muscle, the more you work it out, the more it's developed. And it's the same thing with your receiving muscle. Some of you, your receiving muscle is weak. As a matter of fact, it has muscle atrophy, which means that it literally has not been getting defined or worked on at all. It hasn't been shown any attention. So from this point on, you have to start working it. You have to start working it out and building it up, because the more you get good at receiving, the more you'll get. The more that you get, the more that you're good at giving and not putting judgments on your giving, the more you'll start receiving in return. Because what did I say at the beginning? Receiving and giving are equal. Receiving and giving are equal. So you have to make sure that you give with an open heart and that you receive with an open heart. You are worthy of everything. You don't have to work hard for it. That is a myth. That is a conditioning. We have been conditioned to believe we are not worthy. We have been conditioned to believe we have to work hard to have anything. That is a myth. That is a lie. That is actually a very well thought out lie that media and the culture is constantly trying to put in our heads, that you have to work hard, you have to deserve it, you have to, have blood, sweat, and tears in order to have what you desire in life. And so many people, that's why they say, well, maybe I can't get it until I retire. Maybe I don't deserve it until I do this. Maybe I don't deserve it until I do that. Maybe I have to be like Mother Teresa in order for me to deserve to be wealthy. No, that is a lie. That is a lie. So from this point on, I want you to start conditioning yourself with your truth. And the truth is, you don't have to do another single thing to deserve greatness. You already deserve it. So you can start by telling yourself start receiving a compliment from yourself. You can do that right now. What is it that you really love about yourself? Like a compliment that you could give yourself right now. You can start with that and say, you know what? I love my eyes. Or you can say, I love my smile. Or you can say, you know what? I love my legs. Or whatever it is you love about yourself, say, thank you, I accept it. Thank you, I accept it. But what if you're struggling and you're like, you know what? I know that I have a talent. I know that I'm not at my best when it comes to my career. I know I'm not at my best when it comes to my health. I know that I'm not a good receiver. I don't know where to start. Like, I do have this old conditioning where I don't feel worthy, or I don't feel good enough, or I don't understand why I feel like I'm doing all the right things, but I'm still not getting ahead in life. If that's you, then you may need to do my mind detox challenge. I love my 20-day mind detox challenge because it's a short amount of time. It's just 20 days. And during that 20 days, we go deep. We let go of all those negative, toxic emotions that you have clogged in your system, from people telling you what you couldn't do in life, and people putting you down, and people telling you what your limitations are. There's people who have been doing that to you all your life, consciously or subconsciously. Either they did it on purpose to hurt you, or they did it because they have these negative thoughts about themselves, and so they just portrayed it onto you. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter why. I don't care why. But all I know is, if that's you and you're like, I am bogged down by all this negativity and I need to clear my head. I do need to, like the book says, reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. Let me tell you something that's on page what page is this? 108. I'm going to read something to you really quickly that's on page 108 in the book, because in the book, it doesn't just talk about diet. It talks about mindset. It literally helps you to reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see the beautiful sky while I want you to see the beautiful sky while I read this really quickly. But this is talking about our best body part being the brain. And it says we have 4 parts of the brain that need to be activated in order to start having the desires we want in life. The first part of the brain is the left brain, and that deals with your words that you're speaking. The right brain deals with images, your imagination, and what you're thinking about. Are you imagining what you don't want in life and your worries, or are you imagining the things you desire and your goals and dreams? The third part of the brain is your brain, midbrain, that deals with your emotions. That means, how do you feel most of the time? Your predominant emotions are supposed to be expectations and intentions on what you want. And then the last part of the brain is your brain stem, which is your physical stimulation. And that deals with, what are you doing? What action steps are you taking? And believe it or not, most people think action steps are the most important part. That's actually the bottom of the totem pole. The other 3 parts of the brain and being activated should be 90% of your attention. Action should only be 10% of your attention. Most people say you got to work really hard. No, you don't. That should be 10%. 10%, that's it. So what I do on the Mind Detox audio challenge is I challenge you to implement those top 3. I help you to activate all 4 parts of the brain, but especially the first 3, which helps you to see results quickly. And during that 20-day mindset challenge, what I do is I help you to make one of your goals come true in 20 days. One of your desires come true in 20 days. So you're talking about receiving. What is it that you want to receive in 20 days? More than anything else, what is it that you want to receive in 20 days? If you could only receive one thing in 20 days, what would it be? How will it have an impact in your life? How will it change your life? How will it make your life better? And that's what we cover on that 20-day mindset detox. Virginia, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for joining, Virginia. And so if you want, I'm going to go ahead and put the mindset, because some of you are like, okay, I want to know about the mindset audio challenge. So let me show you really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the, where is it at? I'm going to go ahead and put it in the audio. I mean, not the audio. What is this thing called down here? Where did it go? Comments. There we go. So in the comments, I'm going to put the site. There you go. So all you have to do is click on that. Do not click on it right now, because the regular price is $147, and I'm going to give you guys a discount today because it's Mother's Day weekend. Yay! So I'm going to make it $47, and I'm going to include my book. Yay! So I'll include the book, and you get the 20-day mindset audio detox challenge for $47 instead of $147. How awesome is that? That is really awesome. So who has any questions on this? Who has any questions on receiving? Who has any questions on mindset? Who has any questions on anything that we've gone over today? Because all of it is very powerful. However, if you don't make, ouch, hold on one second, guys. I'm sitting on a little mulch right now. Okay, that feels a little better. If you don't do anything different, you don't get anything different. That's one thing that I've learned with working with clients for all these years. If you don't do anything different, nothing changes. But the minute you decide to change, everything changes. The minute you decide to commit to something, everything changes. So I always say, are you a winner or are you a whiner? Are you a winner or are you a whiner? Are you ready to commit, or are you ready to stay in the zone where you're still making excuses, where you still are saying, woe unto me? Are you still saying, well, I don't understand this and life is unfair? Life is not unfair. And I love what the Bible says when it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. There's some things, if you don't know, you don't know. And you can't change what you don't know. But I believe every day we're presented with different opportunities. Every day we're presented with new information that could change our lives. But it starts with us. It actually starts with us. You have to make the change if you want to see the results in your own life, because nobody's going to do it for you. But what I want to suggest and what I want to help you to realize is it doesn't have to be hard. And it's not hard when you get someone to take you by the hand and say, I'm going to help you with this. And that's actually what I did with the Mind Detox audio challenge. I made it to where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to walk you by the hand for 20 days and help to reverse your mindset, because mindset is everything. What you're thinking about, we think 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. What you're thinking about is everything, because either what you're thinking about is getting you closer to your goals, or it's taking you further away from your goals. There's nothing else. It's either getting you closer to your goals or taking you further away. It's either making you feel good about life or it's making you feel frustrated about life. You missed a lot, Eric. You missed a lot. So you have to go back and you have to watch this, because I'm ending right now. But I want to, I talked about my mindset challenge, my 20-day mindset challenge. So go back and watch this. I talked about being a good receiver, being a good giver. So just go back and watch this audio, because it really is one for the books. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy weekend. I'm only here on Monday through Fridays, and today is Friday. So you guys won't see me again till Monday, unless I do some type of surprise pop-up or something. Oh, you just got off work? Okay. Well, that explains it. So yeah, and right now I'm not at a point where I have a consistent time that I pop on. I pop on anytime between 1 and 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern normally. So I'll get a schedule where I can be where people can know exactly what time I'll be on. And if somebody's on lunch break or something like that and they can join, they can join. But the bottom line is, guys, we have to reverse, retrain, rebuild our bodies and minds. And as we do that, we will see our life change dramatically. And that's what this is all about. So enjoy your weekend. Until next time, R3 for Life, which stands for reverse, retrain, rebuild your body and mind. FitnessCityBootcamp.com. Definitely go there if you are up for a challenge, because if I can challenge you, I can change you. Until next time, bye.